Wentz going to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the eye. Ram.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Wentz. It's over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's lefty. He's checking.
Other side, solid.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
52, come on. Check, 52.
Throwing his Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Preston Brown, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Kill. 52. Here I come.
Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
No, check that.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Sanders. A final shot before break. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Where's 52?
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Go, go. Hey!
To throw, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, you got deep?
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got you. Hey, watch.
Dalton sets up play action. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
Let's go.
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, oh, they want.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards.
Eagles, first down.
First and goal.
From the gun, it's Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now, Wentz again. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. Pump. Check 9, check 9.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Passing, it's Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, here's Bernard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And Dalton to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
5-9.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
52, Mike 52. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. It's Mixon on the counter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right there, 54 Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Here we go. 280!
57, come on. Get in the weight room.
57. Hey, exit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Wentz going to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Aguilar has it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
First and goal at the 40-yard line.
120!
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
What's that?
Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
28. Eagles 17. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watch 54. Silver.
There you go, 368!
Mike 54. Mike 50.
Raise it.
Ricky.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.